All right, hey guys, what is up? Got my friend here, Lawrence again, gonna help me out with another video. Today we're gonna be installing a unique unit. I remember talking more about the stabilizing the voltage, increasing the car's basically electrical system, because that's like the nervous system. Don't just want to make the heart stronger, the engine, but the brain stronger essentially. So this is going to help with, sound, lighting, and of course ignition is the main thing, because kind of just updating in this video, because I don't want to do a separate video for the spark plugs. I did the spark plug gap at 0.21 in the spark plug gap tool video. It ends up being that was just too small. It still ran good, but it kind of started hesitating really early high end. Now I brought it up to 0.52, which is out of spec by, what is that? Basically 0.09 inches. Because the spec for this car is I think 0.35 and 0.43, something like that. And so it was out of spec. And then it actually ran really good the first time I did it, but then I started it up just yesterday. My friend and I, Lawrence, were hanging out. Started misfiring engine 1 and 2. Cylinder 1 and 2, sorry. And so I just put it back down to 0.43, which is like, I think the absolute safest. But of course, as you guys know, with the HKS Circle Earth, increasing the engine ground or the electrical ground for the system. And we're also gonna be installing this right here, which is what the video is about. The PIVOT Mega Raizin, which is a voltage stabilization unit, which essentially you just connect up your positive and negative to your battery. And essentially how it's supposed to function is by having capacitors. It charges up the capacitors, and then when the demand in the overall system, the electrical demand, which of course if you're using those ignition coils by doing some hard runs, and it's hard to recharge them fast enough, it's going to go to the battery, and the battery can't keep up, and then the alternator can't keep up. So this is going to hopefully fill that gap. And it also has a cool, being the most recent of PIVOT's voltage stabilization unit, because they had a lot throughout the years, and this is the most recent one, 2009. And I'm going to link this one in the description because this is a genuine one. I'll link an article from PIVOT.jp, which is the official manufacturer, because it's a Japanese company, how to identify fake units, because there's a lot of fake units of these, and you do not want to use a fake one. And so this is a genuine one, and so I'll link both of those in there, because we don't want to use fake stuff, right? It's not safe. And so essentially, yeah guys, so this is just real simple. They give you everything you need. Some zip ties for cable management. They're white, I won't be using that. I want black or silver. Some mounting units here, because they actually want you to attach this to your battery, part of the installation, and then you actually, on the negative, you ground to different points of the body. So they actually give you some supplementary ground, which is cool, and it's nice and blue, and it's just like nickel or something, not copper and all that, which is or gold plated, which we got in the HKS Circle Earth. So these will be some nice spare grounds I may or may not use. I recently got a counterfeit kit, and I requested a refund on eBay because of that, and they just gave me money back and figured instead of shipping it back, which would cost them more money, they would just refund me, because they knew it was fake. They probably bought it like from China and a lot, like $5 a piece, and they're like, it's gonna cost me $7 to ship it back to me, and then I'm refunding them? No, I'll just refund them. So, or whatever, I don't know. So yeah, I gave those ground in there, and probably will these for my friend. It's just kind of hard finding them for his car, because he's got a 2019 Hyundai, Honda CR-V, and so it's the 1.5 turbo, and so is that right? Yeah, okay. You looked, I was like, ooh, am I right? But yeah, or I'll just use these in the car at some other project. They give you your documentation in Japanese and also in English, and then a warranty card, which is only valid in Japan anyway. So, and they give you the double-sided tape to stick the unit to. Now the unit has some waterproofing on the electrical parts on the inside, but they don't want direct water contact, so it's just like intermittent water gets in the engine bay somehow, which it shouldn't, because the hood's closed. And then yeah, you just mount this up, and they did say when you first connect it, because there is a connection here, you might get a little bit of sparking, which they say is normal. And so yeah, guys, we're gonna get right to it. We're gonna see what looks best and how it fits. One more cool thing about the unit is the technology they have. They have a voltage readout here, which we definitely want to use, because if we're looking inside the engine bay, we first start up, within the first, I think it's 5 seconds, it'll show you the lowest voltage, or the actual voltage, basically to tell you the battery health. And if it's like 7 or something, or too low, then the battery is gonna need to be changed soon, and then it goes to real voltage while the engine's running and the alternator is feeding it for 3 seconds, and then after that it'll go 5 seconds showing the lowest again, 3 seconds for the current, and then it will go off after a total of 1 minute. And so that way you don't have an LED running using the capacitors in here. And so you have a few different ones on here, one in the middle that's sort of small, if you guys can see, and then you kind of got like two big ones on either side of it. But yeah, very cool. Just wish the strapping was red, because I have red cables, but not a big deal. But yeah guys, let's go ahead and zoom in on the engine bay here, move the camera, and we're going to find the best spot. All right, guys, a few things to keep in mind when working in the battery here. You're gonna notice that, of course, we have our negative. Now, in the old units, which one of them was I was originally gonna try to get the Raizin. It's actually from the same seller here, good eBay seller, because I know it's authentic, I'm linking him. So you guys can buy an authentic product. He also sells another earlier version of the PIVOT, which is the Spark, which actually is supposed to be a little fuse, which goes, I think, on the inside of the car and connects to your ignition coils or ignition coil fuse, and then it kind of charges up capacitation for that, which maybe I'll get that too. But essentially explains that a lot of cars have this voltage chip, which we have right here in this wire, which is not just, it's part of the negative, but it's gonna basically tell voltage fluctuation for the ECU. And yeah, normally when it tells you to wire or ground behind that, which is fine, but in this case we didn't get that warning for this, so we can just ground right up after it, basically right to the terminal. And because, you know, we have our shroud here, which I recommend keeping because it's nice and protecting so you don't get shorts, unintentional shorts, and a little bit of waterproofing. And, you know, it looks nice, kind of cleans up the battery. I'm gonna be upgrading to, once this battery needs to be changed, because this is an AGM battery, which is great. They're great, but I want to get an Optima battery, and it has the nice yellow top. And then I would be kind of changing out the terminals, I think, a bit, maybe doing some zero gauge wiring, kind of increase the whole electrical system later on as another project, because I really want the electrical to be strong to handle that extra fuel, and so my spark plugs fire and ignite all of it. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna figure out the best spot to mount this. Only thing is, if you're gonna do it like this, flat, you can see the negative is away from us, so you actually have to swap the cables over, and that doesn't look as clean. You could turn it upside down, but then you get like a little PCB, and then your voltage is upside down. Another way they tell you can do it is essentially mounting the unit downwards like this, and then having the cables come up. But again, if we're gonna do that to have the negative on the correct side, then our voltage readout from the top would be upside down. So you'd have to flip it this way, still get the nice little pivot. It's a bit more stealth, but you're gonna have to basically wrap your cables around, which, you know, kind of takes away your length. And then, you know, you gotta make it like kind of work in here, essentially. The purple doesn't really work with the current engine bay color scheme at all. I don't know, maybe too much, kind of looking like this with the blue and then the purple, and then having like some gold or something. I don't know. What do you think? You think you think it's good? Lakers, purple and gold? Yeah. But yeah, anyway, it might just do it like that because it's kind of nice showing it off. But anyway, you still have to swap around. But again, what I want to tell you guys is with our positive terminal here, you're gonna have to like make a little cutout. And the best way I determined that it's gonna work out is to actually have it come around here like this, and you just kind of tuck it back by our ground. And then you can kind of tuck it back here, and then basically just do a little cutout here, just like that, using some nice heavy duty scissors I always talk about. Great for metal and anything. The Crescent by Viss drop forge, you get them at Home Depot. And I think they're about $10 a pair, but they're really high quality, and they can cut through and take a lot. So just cut right here in the plastic, make a little flap, and then undo the little bolt here, which is actually one of the mounting bolts. So you can see here, guys, we have a few different bolts. That's your negative terminal there. This here is the clamp, which holds it closed, and then this one is another securing one. So I'm probably gonna mount it here, then run it straight through. They got like a 15 amp fuse here as well. You got another 180 amp fuse here, which I think is for the alternator, even though our alternator is a 190 amp or something. Let me see, it's a 150 amp. So if the alternator is driving more or something, somehow, I guess if you get some kind of weird electrical short, it'll fuse that, and then it'll cut the ground or positive charge to the alternator. But yeah, otherwise this should work out good. Let's go ahead and probably cut this, put the double-sided here, clean the surface here with some alcohol, and then put it right there. And then we'll see the voltage readout as well. So let's get started, guys. All right, Lawrence, do you want to go ahead and put the double-sided sticky tape on this unit? Just got the foam right here. Actually, this is the ground they want you to use, guys, so you kind of would put this on like that, I guess, and well, ours is kind of off, but you would use the other supplementary earth with that. We're gonna go ahead and put the adhesive on. We're not using this anyway, so yeah, just take off the yellow side, okay, and then just kind of lay it on the just like evenly on the back here, like 1, 2, 3. And this is clean enough, so it was because it was in the box. There you go, man. No alcohol spray? No, because it's good. It's good. We got this all on here now, so this is going to be our adhesive, and then we'll recycle our paper. Always want to, yeah, always recycle. Cut on the thinner plastic that's sitting on top. It's kind of hard to do. I have no space right in here. Here we go, 1 and 2. So you guys can see. Just did that right there, and we're just gonna cut an opening here for that, just like this. Okay, that cuts much better, so I definitely want to use the little panel here. I don't know what plastic they use though, but whatever it is, it's like tough, guys, because look at this. See even the deflection there. Ooh. Kind of just broke off, but that's why we got our eye pro on. Lawrence has glasses, so he's good. I gotta wear eye pro, and then it's still kind of hidden, so we're not really messing up anything, so that's good. Anyway, I'm gonna get some little bit of alcohol here from my bag. Just do a little quick cleaning of our little top area here where we're gonna be using the adhesive. Just like that, and then kind of dry it because I don't want it getting on the plastic and affecting it. Really, there we go. Actually, this is a sticker here, but we're gonna leave that alone. And we're gonna have positioning like here, kind of like that. Yeah. And I don't know, that kind of looks kind of interesting with the little thing going across it like that. Has its own unique kind of look. And if you really need to, you can always, I think, take this handle off, and then by clamping these, because, well, I want to be able to remove my unit basically if I need to with my new battery. I'm not going to be, hold on, let me see if this actually gets removed here. No, you can't really remove that, so I'm actually not going to worry about that because I'd rather be able to remove my unit. I can just carry the battery like this on the side if I really need to. So yeah, we're going to put it right about there, and we're going to stick it first. And they give you a foam double-sided, which is nice, right? Yeah. That'll help with like the vibrations that we got going on in the engine bay. And then I think what we'll do is we'll kind of mount it a little bit forward, just a little bit, and we're gonna line it up at the bottom of the sticker here for the battery. We're not gonna worry about the handle because you can just remove it. I'd rather be able to save my unit because I can't really remove the handle here. I think right about there is good. So we're gonna go ahead and set it down. Perfect. It's nice and straight. Gonna have our nice little JDM item in here. JDM. Yeah, man. Cool. And actually that's really stuck now, so I'm gonna have to get like a really like fine baking sheet cookie knife to kind of go over there, get the old adhesive off, and then be able to get the unit. And again, because our positive's right here, we're gonna have to go like this, kind of do some crisscross applesauce, kind of bring back those days for middle school, or not middle school, elementary and kindergarten. Yeah, we're gonna tuck our excess here. That way we can basically route it through the top here, or maybe I should say through the top piece here, just like this. And they told you to do the positive first because you don't want to be getting any shocking on the negative or the positive after. So we're gonna wire our positive first, guys. And so that looks nice like that, and then just coming around so you can see that just basically like this. And then we're gonna undo the nut. And because this is our battery terminal, let's go ahead and just get this whole thing off right now, but let's just make sure we don't lose our negative, because I don't want my stuff resetting again. So that's like kind of annoying, to be honest. And it's still on there, so we're good. We're just gonna have it sit right on top. Got this off here almost. Oh, come on. Almost. See, that's the thing about bolts, you're like, or nuts, you're like turning it and then it's like, is it off? Is it off? Is it off? And it's like, nope, not yet. All right, so let's open this up here. And again, let me just double check the fitment that this is gonna be able to sit in here, basically. And put that in between the felt and the plastic here. Probably gonna bend this little tab a little bit. And it looks like this is the side you'd want to bend, where you get the little, like that, right? That way it can sit in there nice and easy. And this is a 10 millimeter as well, so we're gonna go ahead and undo it. Good, and it is, it's a conical, so we're gonna leave that one on. Gonna just run this back here, and then there we go. I'm gonna put that right over that. It's making contact. And now I'm gonna put this back on. All right guys, so officially it's all done. I think I had the audio, my lapel mic not on when I was doing some of this, so this might just be put over audio for the silent part. But yeah, we just connected our negative there, wrapped it through here, and we kind of made it nice, put a zip tie. Of course, you know, we made that little cutout, and the positive here is just going right through. You do get some sparking, which you guys will, I'm probably still gonna put a clip on because it scared me, but it won't be audio. But yeah, essentially it's on, and did a little spark, so don't be scared of that, but we're gonna get a nice little shot here of it being turned on. What it shows the first number?
8.6.
Oh, that's a good battery health, I think. There it does, it flashes it again, the lowest, and then does your current voltage. Cool guys, so everything's installed. Thanks to my friend Lawrence here for helping me out. He's actually holding the camera too. And you can see here, we get in between 0.3 and 0.4. Oh, it keeps alternating between there for a minute, basically. Remember that OBD2 unit we installed, guys? We installed that OBD2 unit, also my friend Lawrence. But you can see up here, we're actually getting a different voltage, and I think the PIVOT is loading directly through that before, you can see right there, it says voltage is 13.6, where we're getting 14.4, but it is alternating between 0.1 on either side, 0.5, 0.6, and just like the other one. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks to my friend Lawrence for filming. We're also going to be doing a little paint chip fix on his car. You could see one of the little things right there got dinged, and he got his little, and also there we're going to kind of do some little chip repair. But yeah, God bless you guys. Thanks for watching, and always enjoy the drive.